Hey guys, how's it going? I am Joy, and we are back once again with the NFL predictions versus with our good buddy Steve. How are you doing today?
I'm doing excellent. How about you, Joy?
I'm doing good. It's been a very long day. It's been
Yeah,
an interesting. The morning started very interesting, so I'm still kind of trying to shake that, but it's
yeah,
been good. So we are at the conference championship,
yeah,
and it's gonna be interesting.
yeah. The long and winding road there
Yeah,
coming to a head there. So,
we finally made it to the championship games.
yeah,
So before we get there, anything from the divisional round you wanted to kind of park on?
yeah. Obviously, my two picks for the Super Bowl. I mean, the Great Owl game there.
the Great Owl game.
Yeah, got eliminated in the divisional round there.
Yeah, they did, unfortunately. But the Ravens, Lamar Jackson going out, I think he got himself hurt during that game, so that definitely played a role. But also, I knew that they'd be able to beat the Ravens just because Lamar Jackson could be made one dimensional.
Yeah,
And if you
true.
force him to take to the air, he's not going to beat you.
Yeah, exactly.
So I was happy about that. The Chiefs game, did you see it?
Yeah,
You,
I did
you
there.
watched it too. That was the ending of that game
Yeah,
was absolutely amazing. The gall of Andy Reid to call that kind of play
yeah,
at the end of the game with Chad Henne as your quarterback.
yeah.
Anything is
True.
possible. It was
Yeah,
it was
true.
amazing.
True. Uh, yeah. So basically, Cleveland, Cleveland blew it there at the end.
Choked.
Yeah.
Couldn't have happened to a nicer QB.
No, Jay Baker.
Just ugh.
Yeah,
But yeah, I was pleased that they made it as far as they did because it gives teams like my team signs that it can get better.
yeah,
So I
true.
do appreciate Cleveland for that much at least. But Kansas City winning was no real surprise. I was surprised at how close it was. But
True.
then again, with Mahomes going out, of course they weren't going to be putting up a whole bunch of points on that. And then the Tampa and Saints game, I should have had that one called,
Yeah,
but I couldn't force myself to go against the Saints, even though logically I knew that Tampa was going to win it. I just couldn't.
yeah.
I couldn't pull the
Couldn't,
trigger.
yeah, don't have the heart to pick them there.
Yeah. Well, plus I didn't want to get yelled at. So.
Oh my goodness.
Mm. But so, unfortunately, Drew Brees retires. On the
Yeah,
heels of that, we had Philip Rivers retiring.
yeah. Uh, so I think both of them are going to probably go into broadcasting.
I'm not sure if Philip Rivers will. I think
Yeah,
he's a little too down home.
yeah,
But I do definitely see Drew Brees going to NBC like the rumor had.
yeah.
It's just gonna be
Hmm.
weird that he's gonna go from like the South up to New York. It's a big contrast.
True.
But I'm
But
sure he'll be well.
yeah, but a lot of big name QBs there are great color commentating there, like the two that are doing it on Sunday there.
Romo and what's his name?
Troy,
Oh yeah, Aikman. How did I forget that? Anyway, I do like Romo a lot on commentary though. He adds such great insight to things, and he gets really excited, which I like. Like you can hear his
yeah,
passion for the game.
true, and he can predict what place might be coming up next there.
Right? Yeah, he's he knows the game well enough to actually see where things are gonna go because he knows what he
Hmm.
would do in that kind of situation. And
Yeah,
sometimes teams are smart, and sometimes they're Cleveland.
exactly.
So anyway, if you're ready, I have a feeling we're gonna split on these, but
Yeah,
I'm ready to get
let,
into this.
yeah, let's get it on.
Whew. All right. So first up, we have the NFC Championship game with Tampa Bay going to the frigid, frozen tundra of Lambeau Field.
True. Yeah. This one is going to be a fun game there with two big name quarterbacks there and Brady and Brady. Brady and Rogers.
Yeah, I wish it was Breeze,
Yeah.
but no. Unfortunately, we have Mr. Rogers.
hmm True.
I could make a joke,
Yeah.
but I'm not going to.
Yeah. And question is, how how will Brady do in the ice cold of Lambeau Field there?
I don't think that the weather is going to be a factor for him because he's used
hmm
to it. Him
Yeah.
and Gronk came from um, Foxborough, so they're used to
Yeah.
playing in the snow and the cold and these kinds of big time games. So I don't think that they're going to have that big of an issue with it. My
Yeah.
concern is the other players
Yeah.
who, like maybe Leonard Fournette, who's from Jacksonville, then went to
True.
Tampa, so he's always kind of been in the South. So,
Yeah.
and then I
True.
heard also that Antonio Brown is not cleared to play because of a knee
Exactly.
issue. So,
Exactly. He's out there.
yep. So they're gonna need Mike Evans, Scotty Miller
Yeah.
to step up, and they signed a rookie. What's his name? Tyler Johnson.
Yeah.
They have him as well
Yeah.
who needs to step up. But Dad and I were talking about it earlier, and
hmm
given that it's going to be cold, it's like 27 degrees or whatever, snow
hmm
flurries, we're
Yeah.
expecting a run game kind of deal
Yeah.
here. So we
True.
expect Leonard Fournette to have himself a game,
Yeah.
hopefully.
Yeah. Yeah. And Aaron Rodgers and his guys are playing adjusted to the Lambeau field there for
Yeah,
those games.
they have all of the advantages, really. So it's going to be a concern for Tampa.
Yeah.
So who do you have?
Okay. I'm gonna go with the home team there. I think I'm gonna pick the Packers by 7 there to beat Brady there.
I think it's going to be closer than that, to be honest. I go back to Tampa's game with Green Bay before during the regular season, and how he absolutely smoked them.
True,
And
but
I know that
uh,
that was in Tampa,
Tampa, yeah,
but still, they know how to get to Rodgers. They know how to rattle
mhm,
Rodgers. Their defense can easily step up and handle it. I'm gonna trust Brady against my better judgment. I'm
okay,
going with Brady, and I'm gonna
okay.
take the
So you're
Buccaneers in Green Bay to come out with the win.
okay,
I'm putting my faith in the ageless wonder here, and just hoping that he will.
okay.
So there's the disagreement I knew that we would have, because I
mhm,
had a feeling you'd go with the home team there.
Yeah.
So now, the real story:
mhm,
the underdog versus the reigning champs. In
mhm,
Buffalo, go to Kansas City,
True,
and Patrick Mahomes is cleared to play.
true there. But not only he has concussion problems, he also has issues with his foot, planting foot there.
Yep, more than likely, which I wish I would have remembered and made my pick.
Yeah.
But I dissented from Dad in this one. We disagreed.
Okay. There you go.
So we'll
Yeah.
see
And
if we do.
yeah. And the question is there uh if Mahomes is still hurt, what what do you think Chad Henne can pick up the slack
No,
there?
no. If Patrick Mahomes does not play, I don't care how many weapons they have. Travis Kelsey, Tyreek Hill, I don't care.
Yeah.
I have to go with Buffalo on that notion. But
Yeah.
when Patrick Mahomes was notified that he was going to play, I went with Kansas City again against my better judgment
Yeah. Sure.
because I want Buffalo to win. I think that they're the better overall team,
Yeah.
but I'm going with the experience in the playoffs, and I'm going with the experience of coaching with Andy Reid because wherever Andy Reid goes, Kansas City goes.
Yeah. True.
So I'm trusting coaching.
But true. But you can never count out Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs there to have huge game there.
I know, and yeah, I hope that Josh Norman can get himself a couple of picks on this one, especially if Chad Henne does play and Patrick
Mm-hmm.
Mahomes gets hurt mid game again.
Mm-hmm.
But I I want them to win,
Mm-hmm.
but I wanted to be safe, so I went with Kansas City.
I'm going to go for a risky pick here, and I think Buffalo comes out with a win by less than 3 points there. I'm going to go the upset and say the Bills will go to their first Super Bowl in a long time.
Yeah, since the '90s, I think.
Yeah,
So we disagreed on both. I did not expect that, but I was kind of playing for that, to be honest, for the uh the versus records, because I knew that I was two back after my win with Buffalo.
mm-hmm.
So I was hoping for some splits on this. So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah,
There's a lot of scenarios in the conference championships that I can see happening. We have Brady and having his story end with leaving New England, showing that he was really the reason behind all the success and winning another title. We
true.
have the underdog story of Buffalo, who nobody gave any kind of chance to. And then we
Exactly.
have my personal favorite, just because it's funny, we have the
Mm-hmm.
State Farm Bowl with Patrick
Yeah,
Mahomes and Green Bay. I think that'd be
yeah,
hilarious to have the Super Bowl brought to you by State Farm with with just those two pitchmen
yeah, yeah,
playing. And then there's also Kansas City being the first repeat champs
yeah.
in I forget how many years, but it's been a very long time since any team has repeated.
Probably around the Patriots era there.
Yeah, yeah, probably. So we're talking what, over a decade ago
Yeah,
or so?
well, yeah, most likely, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I should have researched that, but I didn't have time. I was scattered all day.
Mm-hmm.
But so
Yeah,
there's many different scenarios. I was so torn on which one to go with. I
true.
want the State Farm Bowl to happen because that's hilarious, but
Yeah,
I also like Brady's story. Hi, Dino.
yeah. I do know.
Do you disagree? Okay, thanks. So
No comment.
ultimately, yeah, no comment from the bird. He doesn't
Mm-hmm.
care.
Yeah,
I don't think he likes Aaron Rodgers either, though.
yeah,
No,
true.
nobody in this house does.
Yeah.
But
Not even
so
your dad.
no, he cannot stand Aaron Rodgers. He went with Tampa just because of that. I think the quote was, "Of the two pretty boys of the league, I'm gonna go with Brady."
Yeah.
Yay! I quoted him right. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I tend to agree with him on that. My favorite matchup would be Brady versus Allen, but I took the safe route and went with Kansas City, and I just hope that I'm wrong.
Yeah. Well, like I said there, I'm worried about Mahomes' injury there. So
Yeah, yeah, I agree. But
yeah, because concussions are hard to come back from there.
yeah, they can be.
Mhm.
So there we have that, I guess. Laid out all of the scenarios, the good
Mhm.
stories, the bad,
Mhm.
and so we both disagree. Again,
Yeah.
I'm surprised we disagreed on both, but this means
Yeah.
it's truly a make or break conference championship
Exactly.
because someone is going to be two up.
Yeah.
Either I even the playing field going into the Super Bowl, which is going to be funny,
Yeah.
or you just completely obliterate me and
Yeah. Hard to tell there. Yeah.
GG.
But and, and on top of that, there we encourage anyone watching this there to please give your Super Bowl predictions below the video here because we want everybody to have their scenarios ready. They're either your first time or or a long time viewer of our videos here.
Yeah, whether you've been with me from the beginning or you're a new viewer, hi, hello, welcome.
Mhm.
If you're new, let us know what you think. If you're a longtime friend of mine, let me know what you think as well. Looking at you, troll.
Mhm.
Give me like what scenario of yours do you find to be most favorable, and which one do you think is more probable? I guess is the best way to put it. Like we have
Exactly.
your hope versus your reality.
Mhm.
That's a very interesting way to put that. So before we wrap up, I want to do a quick little thank you to Troll, to John for being consistent and steady viewers, as well as Big Dog, who leaves the most interesting of comments. You're something else. So thank you to you three in particular for all of your support on this series and just with me in general. It means a lot with what's happening in my channel that you guys are still here. So thanks for that.
Mhm.
And there's our conference championships again, wrapping this back up again, and we will catch you for the Super Bowl. Superb Owl,
Mhm.
Super Owl. We,
Yeah.
we we really need to find a way of saying that in a stupid way. If you have any
Yeah.
suggestions for what we should be calling the big game without saying the big game, let us
Mhm.
know. Put those down in the comments as well.
Mhm.
Anyway, this series is almost over. I am sad, but it's been wild.
Yeah. Sure.
Thanks again for agreeing to do this with me. It's been really fun.
Not a problem. Thanks for helping me out, Joy.
Always, anytime. So we will catch you guys next time for the big game. Good luck to you in your predictions.
Good luck to you as well.
Thank you. And thanks for watching. Check out the links below for a link to Twitter and my Discord server to become a loved one and connect with me and all of the other amazing people that I mentioned earlier.
Mhm.
I love these guys. They're truly my brothers. So
And and everybody, please comment below there because we really want your predictions there.
yeah, it's gonna be really interesting like to see how we differ, if we do.
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
you can yell at me for taking Brady all you want, but I refuse with the Bears right on over to Green Bay. So
Okay.
they can take all of my refusal and like
Hmm.
it.
Yeah.
So I will catch you guys later. As always, thanks again. And we'll catch you soon.
Thank you all. Goodbye.